Thanks to the work of Anatoly Fomenko and others, we can see there are in fact overlapping histories. According to Fomenko, the period of ancient Greece can be moved forward to medieval Greece. Fomenko himself does not mention the Dorian invasion, but we could draw parallels between the Slavic invasion and the Dorian invasion into Greece. Greece had many Slavic place names for most of its history until Greek independence from the Ottoman Empire. After gaining independence, the government went forward with changing all foreign names in Greece to Greek names. If the Slavic invasion is the Dorian invasion, then that would mean many Greeks, like the Spartans, are of Slavic descent. The Slavs were called by the Romans the Veneti, which could connect them to the Venetians. It has also been pointed out that the word Slav may come from the word Suave or Suavi, which is a name of a German tribe also known as the Suebi. The Germans are generally accepted by many as the descendants of the Scythians. The Polish used to claim Sarmatians as their ancestors. This would connect Slavic people to Germans and Scythians. To draw a connection between the Dorians and the Scythians, we can point out that the Greek sources claim that Hercules went to Scythia and had relations with a woman who would later give birth to Scythes, who would found the Scythian kingdom. The Dorians who invaded Greece considered themselves to be the sons of Hercules. Now, if the Scythian Sacae are the sons of Isaac, and the Germans and Slavs descendants of Scythia, we could also conclude that the Dorians are the descendants of Scythia, which would make the Spartan Dorians also descendants of Scythia and Isaac. Interestingly enough, we have a letter from the Spartans claiming common ancestry with the Judites. Chapter 12, verse 20 to 23 of the Book of Maccabees. Arius, king of the Spartans, sends greetings to Onias, the chief priest. It has been found in a writing concerning the Spartans and Jews that they are kinsmen, and that they are descended from Abraham. Now, since we have learned this, please write us about your welfare. We, for our part, write you that our cattle and property are yours, and your cattle are ours. So we command them to report to you to this effect. According to one reading of Josephus, Josephus makes the claim, Arius, king of the Lacedaemonians, to Aeneas sendeth greeting. We have discovered that both the Jews and the Lacedaemonians are of one stock, and are derived from the kindred of Abraham. This letter is foursquare, and the seal is an eagle with a dragon in his claws. Now, serpents and dragons were interchangeable, so the idea that there is an eagle with a dragon or serpent in its claws is interesting because of the fact that that was one of the symbols of the tribe of Dan. There is also a copy of a letter that Jonathan wrote to the Spartans. Jonathan, the high priest, the national council of leaders, the priests, and the rest of the people of Judea, to our brothers in Sparta, greetings. At an earlier time, your king Arius sent a letter to our high priest Onias, stating that our two nations are related. As the attached copy shows, Onias received your ambassador with full honors and acknowledged receipt of your letter, which declared our alliance and friendship. And now, although we are not in need of such alliances, since we find our source of strength in the holy books we possess, we have written to renew our ties of brotherhood and friendship with you. We do not wish to become total strangers, and it has now been many years since our last communication. Throughout the years, we have taken every opportunity on our festival days and other suitable days to remember you when we offer sacrifices and made our prayers, as it is fitting and proper for brothers to do. We also are pleased that the fame has come to you, but we have had one series of troubles after another and have had to fight many wars. Because we have because we have been under constant attack by surrounding nations. During this time of war, we did not wish to trouble you or our other allies and friends, since we do have the help of the Lord, who has defeated our enemies and rescued us from them. So we have chosen Numenius, son of Antiochus, together with Antipater, son of Jason, and sent them as ambassadors to Rome to renew our ties of friendship and alliance with the Romans. We have also ordered them to go to you with our greetings and deliver this letter about the renewal of our ties of brotherhood. And now we request an answer to this letter. We also find similarities in the marriage practices of the Spartans and the Judites. After the Israelites had conquered the Promised Land, they had certain rules for marriage with a captured woman. In Deuteronomy 21:12 it says, "If you see a beautiful woman among them, and you desire her and want to take her as your wife, then you shall bring her into your house. She must shave her head, trim her nails, and put aside her clothing of captivity. After she has lived in your house a full month and mourned her father and mother, you may have relations with her and be her husband, and she shall be your wife." According to Plutarch, Spartan marriages were similar to this. The custom was in Sparta was to capture a woman for marriage. The so-called bridesmaid took charge of the captured girl. She first shaved her head to the scalp, then dressed her in men's clothes and sandals, and laid her down alone on a mattress in the dark. The bridegroom would then slip in, undo her belt, and lift and carry her to the bed. Other similarities are that the Spartans considered homosexuality to be as repulsive as incest. It is also pointed out that when the Greeks under Alexander took over Judea, one could not tell the difference between a Greek or a Judite, except for the fact that the Judites were circumcised. It is clear the Judites and Spartans were of the same race and kinsmen. In the future, I will go into further detail about the Scythians, but for now, thank you for your patience and for watching the video.